Hi, it's Carola here, Soul Mender. I'm just going to do a reading on the updates on what's going on in our beautiful country, Australia. There's a lot of things going on in the moment behind the scene. I'm a soul mender, a soul unhooker. I do soul artwork. I channel the Pleiadians a lot. And I love working with people, helping them unhook, moving them forward in a lot of things, especially taking their own power back. So I'm going to talk about my artwork a little bit. I showed to you in Beaker. I made a calendar so you can see. I also got these. So this is the front of the calendar. Okay. So we have karma, letting go, and letting go here. So you basically take your power back and you release what doesn't serve you anymore. I work with the Pleiades a lot and Archangel Michael. So you see a lot of Pleiadian pictures and light language in my pictures. This is a soul family. We're reconnecting basically to all the things that we've forgotten. So the messages are getting sent out to us, which is quite beautiful. So I find that very interesting, and I hope people love these as well. So this is basically our tree, our earth, Mother Earth energy. The angels are sending beautiful messages down and rebalancing this energy. So we see a big shift here on Earth in the moment. So there's so much energy shifting and shifting and shifting. And as a soul mender is like, it affects us, everyone differently. No matter where you're at, it still affects you. We're also going into retrograde soon for Christmas. This is one of my healing beds. So you can go there and recharge your soul. Basically, a lot of people, when they pass over, go into healing rooms as well. So that's quite interesting. This is the Pleiadian energies with their sickling gate, like we have here on Earth. We've got so many stargates here on Earth. Some are hidden, some are not, and it's quite beautiful actually. So all these Pleiadians use the energy centers, okay, and they run a lot with crystals and metals over there. We have a lot of other star beings around on as well. This is one. I really love this drawing because, for one, the keys are here for everyone. There's a big eye opener happening within. It's already started a few years back. So with that, it brings all this new energy in. We have so much going on here in Queensland in the moment. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. It's like, it's like, am I watching a movie? Am I watching what's going on? Like, I've never seen anything like it. So we probably never will again, but we need to play it out until everyone wakes and actually sees what's going on. And some of you might not. Some of you might think this is normal, but it's not. So this is my beautiful tree. I love, especially pine trees are my favorite because they draw out negative energy when you sit under them. And trees are funny. They always remember you from the first time you touched it and walked past. They always have that memory. So these are all light language energy coming down, volcanoes and to our earth, the angel energy. It's all helping to shift a lot of the energy. This is a traveler. I believe in time travel, so I'm very into time travel. I believe that we go into our past, into we are now present, and we go into our future. So I talk about a lot about the book of knowledge, how we can rewrite our book of knowledge. So, or your Akashic records, depends what you want to call them. To me, it's a book of knowledge. So it's your book, your journey, and you basically do your journey on the in the future, and then you can rewrite it, and you can work out your karmic patterns. You can work out where you're at, and you can understand your lessons. You have a choice: either you're a victim in life, or you take your power back and stand to the truth in your life. You can be very egotistical, or you can be humble. So you have a choice in life to what you want to be. It is your story, your life that unfolds in front of you, and how you play it out is actually your journey and how you react to things. So this is a beautiful, because this is working with pyramid energy. So this has light language on it. All these vortexes sending energy out, stargates, and this is one of the stargates. You can actually travel into the other dimensions, which I do quite a fair bit of. This is a beautiful golden energy coming. I always believe, because there's a new money system coming into our earth plane, and this is a rebalancing of everything, especially with the gold colors. And it has language with it, and it has peacefulness with it. It has this calmness. So we talk a lot about dragon energy. So there's many spiritual workers that travel around the planet who reopen a lot of our vortexes and do drumming and do dancing and hold where many people go to do these ceremonies, and they're very, very important. So they're so blessed that they can actually travel and do that, and some of the souls been selected to do that, and I find that quite amazing. So that picture really resonates when you step back into your whole being of everything and remembering everything. This is a universal, this is a central sun. And I always talk about Mother, Father, God. So we travel into a meditation. It's through the central sun to Mother, Father, God. But we can also pull energy out of the vortexes to heal who we are and where we're going in life and doing stuff like that. So, and our crown chakra can take so much energy coming through from our ancestors, from the now. And that's just a little bit about my work. I speak light language. I quite enjoy what I do. I really don't care what other people think anymore. I believe that I'm here for a reason, and the reason is to basically share my knowledge and help evolve myself to all the many lifetimes I've probably had on this earth plane. So I'm going to do a reading, a star being reading first, right? So I'm going to ask the cards, what are we here to see, to learn on our journey with our soul? The high perspective. So basically unity. So if you see how beautiful is this, I'm using a beautiful magical dimensional deck. It's quite beautiful. So by saying that, like using your high perspective is tune into your higher self, get to know your higher self, get to know your guides, get to know what you're channeling, get to know if it comes from the light, and always only ever work with what you understand. If you don't have an understanding of it, it might be, if you're not sure, don't go there unless you really understand our dimensional. What we do is through the dimension. I always call myself a night shift worker because sometimes I wake up. I remember there was a really incident one day where a bomb went off somewhere and people that I knew were over there, and then all of a sudden I was removing people here and there. Some disappeared, so I knew they passed over. And then a couple of days later it actually happened. So yes, we can see in the future. It's quite, but what we remember of it is up to us. Like, we can program ourselves to remember or just go with the flow and let it go, basically, So it's quite interesting how we do all that kind of stuff. So our next card will be Century. So it is all about healing, faith, and having faith. We've lost our faith in the moment because there's so many agendas going on, and this is worldwide, unfortunately, and many people are getting hurt by these agendas. Many people are already suffering. Many people are in despair and don't understand how this got this where it got to so quickly. And for the last 2 years, all these weird stories are coming out, and you don't know what to believe in, and you don't know which way to turn or what direction to take. So I just suggest that go within, just trust that everything is going to turn out fine. The more we go within and learn to change your energy, the more we'll trust what is coming. So, and we need to trust for the better of our children, for the better of our good, do healing, be kind, become a community. And here we go. We have our next card, which is releasing. So that's releasing all what you're holding on to. And I think that's really purifying your spiritual and cleansing everything, basically unhooking. I do a lot of unhooking, soul unhooking, which is quite interesting. And in spiritual creation, we've got to, I always believe spiritual creation comes from within. So if you're really good and have beautiful gifts, like some people are gardeners, some people are readers, some people write books, some people do art, there's all these different things that we're good at, and if we combine that as a community, we can go a very long way. Remember years ago, that's what people did. They helped each other out as a community to basically become better people and be in a better space. And talking about unhooking, so I do a lot of world unhooking, and I unhook a lot of agendas in my private meditations. Sometimes I hold meditation groups here with reading classes. So I get groups together where we actually unhook agendas and send it into a beautiful violet flame vortex and send it lots of love. And I've been doing that for years and years, trying to change the system that we're in. And we're finally getting there, and then things hook in again, you unhook them and you put them back into the violet flame. But you have to cover everything with love, because we want the love frequency. I don't work from any other than the love frequency, and it's very important to know. And I do a lot of clearing on clients, that's how I actually work. So just to put it out there. So there's with a beautiful change that's coming, and manifesting and your pure intention. What are your pure intention? Are you in fear of change, or are you accepting of change? With change comes a lot of changes, which might bring a little bit of hardship, which might bring different ways of viewing things, and basically is releasing what you once knew, and letting it go and accepting the new. So it's quite interesting. It's very kind. It's very 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 interesting. And I don't know if it's just so I just find the world is a beautiful place. It's just how we live in it, and how we grow in it, and how you understand it. We're working from our heart space, so that's really important. So I always trying to work from a heart space. There's people that push our buttons, we get angry and do other things as well. And I look at this, how awesome is this, our solar. So a lot of gold energy, yellow energy. It's like the sun energy basically, and a lot of pinky colours, greeny, healing, very healing. And here's our transformation. So the transformation is happening very fast around us on this earth plane. There's no holding back from it. It is here. It is here to stay. So that's quite beautiful to know. And I always say is what you do in life is, if you're going to argue with your family over something that you don't agree with, especially with the agendas going on, shame, you should be ashamed, because you're separating a family member because you think they should do something that you want them to do, not what other people want them to do. So always remember is life is beautiful, life is sacred, and everyone has their own way of doing things. And you must understand that I have my belief system, so have you, and we can't interfere in that. So just remember how magical life really is, because once you shove that person out, you put a piece of the heart and you broke it for no reason because of your ego. Do you really want to go there? Do you really think you're that right to be so judgmental on someone because they chose a different path than you? Think about it, right? Just think about it. Okay, now I'm going to go, what are we seeing in Australia? There's a lot going on here. I've seen a lot of UN trucks here, right? And I want to know what's happening. So there's a big house here. So, and it's getting lifted up. So the corruption's getting lifted. And, flying. So I feel it's a falling of our corruption here in Australia. And it's like a big mountain too. So the house is just here, okay? It's lifting, right? Could be Parliament House, all I know. I have a few names for it, but I won't say that. Flying, getting lifted, and then falling down. So they were lifted, did everything they could, and now it's falling. And it's there's a mountain here, so it's all about timing and taking the right steps. So I find it actually quite interesting. So it's all about the money system. Wow, how interesting. So everyone's been talking about changing the money system, and it's putting, I've got a wedding here, so it's putting the money system to good use, where everyone will have enough, basically. So that is really interesting. Blessings. Everyone should feel blessed. Once this settles in, what a blessing. But remember, we're in a 10-year cycle, and always remember that to put something in place, it takes time, courage, willpower, and for people to really understand the corruption that we actually had in this here in Australia and around the world. It's huge. People might not believe it. People might follow the government and think, oh, how wonderful it is. And it's all about this, if you know what I mean. Look at that. Stabbing. Very, very heartbreaking. We're fighting. We're standing up for our rights. And the books, so it's about knowledge and understanding the new laws. They've broken the old laws, but we'll sail through it. Humanity will rise for the better. Okay, so I think that's really lovely, and I think when you really look at what's going on, I always say with a smile, you know what, other people off worse, but we're all going through this, so that is the whole world. So everyone's doing their best with it. We have Christmas coming up, and I would really love to have a nice Christmas and a happy Christmas. And I wish people as a family would get together and really enjoy the journey of Christmas. Where I come from, it's called like our Christmas was St. Nicholas. I find that very beautiful, St. Nicholas, the name. It has, to me, Christmas is about family, where even it has a sacrifice with it. I always believe we need to sacrifice and understand our family and rejoice. So I think it's really, really important. So, okay, now one more quick reading. Is there justice coming in Australia and Queensland for everything that's going on? Ooh, got a 9 of Swords. So there's lots going on, actually. There's a lot of mental energy going into this. Okay, so I will share this on my Facebook after. This is the 10 of Swords, so that's the ending. So we're coming to an ending. Okay. I've done readings with other people here, and yes, it is happening. There's an Ace card. It's a very strong card, actually. It is still about the money system. It's getting put in place. And the Tower is here. And I've been getting the Tower for months now. So it's going to come in really quick now, okay? So be prepared. And hopefully everything, the Temperance is here. So that brings us lovely energy after the Tower and the Cups, the 9 of Cups. So there's enough to go for everyone, and the cups will be filled, but it'll be a little bit on the slower side, and judgment. So there's a lot of judgment coming. So for me as a worker, as I do, is try not to get so involved in a drama of everything and be very judgmental onto other people, because it's our downfall. Okay, so just remember to be kind and allow what's going on to happen, because it's behind the scenes, and you will see some of it, but you won't see all of it. Okay, with the Judgment card being like that, you won't even believe, and it's moving out of troubled waters. So a lot of people that do readings in Australia always reckon we're in the center of this very horrible system. And for the first time in my life, I so agree of what I see. And I find it very heartbreaking, and I find it very sad. So, but we need to rise above it to keep our energy up, basically, and be in our space to become kinder. Look, all I can say is buckle up, get ready for the journey, get ready for what's coming up, and really learn to understand that it's not okay to turn a blind eye to crime. It's not okay to be unkind to people. It's not okay to, just shut people out, like what's happening here in Queensland, the mandates, the lockups, the mask wearing, all of that is, it's sad because it puts fear into people, and you shouldn't fear life. You should be happy. You should enjoy your life. You turn the TV off if it's too much. And that's basically all I have to say is stay in your power. Take your power back and understand that life is beautiful no matter what, and that we are in beautiful times experiencing this beautiful renewing of our earth somehow, and that we are so blessed in so many ways. So with lots of love to you, and I hope my YouTube channel grows, and I hope people will start watching it. So from my heart to yours, bye-bye. You have a lovely day or evening. wherever you are around the world.